Time, with its unyielding rhythm, has a way of unraveling the illusions we cling to. There was a season when they believed the world revolved in their favor, that your unwavering heart would remain anchored in the shadows, waiting for their return. But time is a relentless teacher, and love is a fleeting guest when it is not nurtured. Now, as the pendulum swings, the moments they squandered have transformed into the echoes of your absence. You, with your quiet strength, have stepped into the light, shedding the weight of their indifference, crafting a life that speaks of resilience and self-worth. Meanwhile, they are left grappling with the emptiness of their own making, haunted by the realization that your departure was not just a loss, it was a triumph. What they once dismissed as certainty has become their greatest regret as they finally see the masterpiece you created by choosing yourself. Every time you extended your hand, they pulled away. Every time you offered forgiveness, they turned it into an invitation to repeat their games. They thrived on the belief that you would always stay, always try, always endure. So they pushed, they tested, they manipulated, thinking you'd never have the strength to leave. They thrived on power plays, pulling away so you'd chase, going silent to make you speak, offering crumbs to keep you tethered, but never enough to truly nourish you. But then something changed. One day, the fog lifted, and you saw the truth. You realized you were pouring your love into an endless void, a game rigged to keep you small, to keep you doubting your worth. And in that moment, you chose yourself. You stopped running, stopped explaining, stopped waiting for the apology that would never come. You reclaimed your energy, redirected it inward, and began to grow. You were never meant to stay small, and now you're unstoppable. At first, they shrugged it off, convinced your silence was temporary, a ploy to gain their attention. They thought you'd come back, as you always had, bridging the gap they created. But as the days stretched into weeks, the silence became deafening, your absence an unshakable truth. It wasn't a pause, it was a turning point, and now they're unraveling, caught in a storm of emotions they can't control. Anger, confusion, regret, it all swirls inside them, but they don't know where to direct it. Is it at you for leaving, or at themselves for pushing you away? From the shadows they watch, hoping for a sign that you still care, combing through your life for a glimmer of the connection they once took for granted. But all they find is the undeniable evidence of their own failure, losing you. Not because you wanted to hurt them, not because you sought revenge, but because they left you no other option. And that truth, that they were the architect of their own loss, is a weight they will carry forever. It struck them like a thunderclap, shattering the illusions they clung to for so long. The reality they dismissed, the consequences they thought they'd never face, all came crashing down in one unrelenting moment. They lost you. And this time, there was no going back, no second chances, no rewinding the clock. They had been so sure of their power, so confident in their ability to keep you tethered, believing you would always wait in the shadows, yearning for their return. But they were wrong. You didn't crumble without them. You rebuilt, piece by piece, into someone stronger, someone they no longer recognized. You didn't plead for closure. You created it on your own terms. You didn't drown in sadness. You rose above it and walked away with grace they never deserved. And now, as they sit in the wreckage of their own making, the panic consumes them. The weight of their choices is unbearable, the regret unrelenting, because they finally understand they underestimated you, and now it's far too late to undo the damage. All the times they dismissed you, the moments they left you hanging, the days they assumed you'd always be there, it haunts them now, playing over and over in their mind like a song they can't escape. There's no way to stop it, no way to undo it, no way to go back. The door is closed, locked, and they hold no key. At first, they tried to brush it off, feigning indifference, telling themselves they still had the upper hand. But deep down, they knew the truth. They felt it the moment you left, the shift, the void, the undeniable weight of your absence. Now, they're adrift, watching from the sidelines as you thrive, as you rise higher than they ever imagined. They see you glowing, growing, moving forward with a strength they never believed you had. And it stings, because your success is a mirror reflecting their failure, a reminder that they lost the best thing they ever had, and it's no one's fault but their own. Your absence is a constant echo, a reminder of everything they lost but can never reclaim. Your silence speaks louder than any words ever could, and your radiance is a painful contrast to the emptiness they now feel. Everywhere they look, the consequences of their choices shadow them, unrelenting and inescapable. They pick up their phone, tempted to reach out, but the weight of their mistakes stops them. They type out messages they'll never have the courage to send, knowing deep down that no words could undo the damage. They watch your world from the sidelines, vibrant and full, while theirs feels hollow without you. The love, the care, the unwavering support you once gave, they search for it in others, but come up empty every time. They broke their own heart when they underestimated your worth, and now they're left to carry the heavy burden of regret, day after day, knowing they had it all and let it slip away. They thought they had all the time in the world, that they could walk away, play their games, and return whenever it suited them. They were so sure of your loyalty, so confident you'd be there, waiting in the wreckage of heartbreak, clinging to old memories and hoping for their return. They imagined you scrolling through their posts, searching for signs of them, replaying every conversation, every moment, as if your world revolved around their absence. But now, the illusion has shattered, and the reality cuts deeper than they ever expected. The tables have turned, and you're no longer the person they thought they left behind. You're glowing, thriving, and your happiness is a truth they can't escape. Every post, every success, every moment of joy untouched by their shadow is a reminder that they were wrong. They watch from afar, lurking in the corners of your life, desperate to find a crack in your armor, proof that you're still mourning them. But all they find is proof of your strength, your growth, your freedom, and it burns like fire because they know they can never have you back. They wanted to see you broken, wanted to see you crumble under the weight of the pain they caused. They needed you to be the one consumed by regret, the one stuck in place, longing for what was lost. But instead, the universe turned the tables, and now they're the ones drowning in the very sorrow they wished upon you. The karma they unleashed has wrapped itself around them, suffocating and relentless, while you rise higher with every passing day. Each glimpse of your life, your joy, your growth, your peace, is a dagger to their pride, a reminder of what they threw away. They watch from the sidelines, bitter and powerless, unable to touch the radiant world you've built without them. They lost access to your energy, lost the control they once thought they had, and now they're left with nothing but the sting of their own choices. And that's what eats at them the most. They can't stop you, can't reach you, can't break you, and it drives them mad. For the first time, they're forced to confront the truth. They never truly controlled you. The power they thought they held was only ever borrowed, a gift you chose to give, and now you've reclaimed it. That power is yours, untouchable and unshakable, and it's driving them to the brink. Somewhere out there, two people from your past are consumed by thoughts of you, not one, but two, both haunted by the void your absence has left in their lives. They feel it like an ache that lingers, a wound that refuses to heal. They both misjudged you, both believed they could walk away and return to find you waiting, unchanged. But now, they're the ones left behind, drowning in regret, replaying every careless word, every selfish action, obsessing over the magnitude of what they lost. And the worst part? They know there's no going back. You've moved on, and they're stuck in the shadows of their own mistakes. They crave control more than they ever craved you. It eats at them, the way you slipped through their grasp, the way their games no longer work. They hate that you've stopped reacting, stopped reaching, stopped needing the scraps of attention they used to toss your way. It was never love, it was possession, a twisted need to keep you tethered to their ego. They don't miss you, they miss the power they once held, the way a single message, a single call, could reel you back in. But that power is gone now, shattered by your growth, and it's unraveling them from the inside. They scroll through your life, desperate for a sign that you're still waiting, still hurting, still theirs to control. But all they find is your strength, your independence, your unshakable confidence. Every smile, every win, every moment untouched by their absence is a reminder that you've moved on for good. And that truth, that undeniable proof of your freedom, burns them in ways they'll never admit. They only see you as a source, a well of energy they can drain, a reflection of validation they desperately crave. To them, you were never a whole person, just a means to fill their emptiness. And now, with nothing left to feed on, they're crawling back, hoping to latch onto your light once more. But here's the twist they didn't see coming. You've changed. You've broken free from the toxic loops they thought you'd be trapped in forever. The same tired words, the same hollow promises, the same selfish motives, they don't work on you anymore. They thought you'd always be there, waiting, forgiving, yearning for their presence, but they underestimated you. They didn't expect the strength you've built, the boundaries you've set, the version of yourself they can no longer touch. They don't return because they love you. They return because they see what you've become without them. They want to bask in your glow, to steal a piece of the power you've cultivated, to slip back into your life as if nothing happened. But the door is closed. It's locked. You've left them behind, exactly where they belong, in a past they chose to create. And no matter how hard they try, no matter how much they scheme, your energy is no longer theirs to take. You've outgrown their games, and they'll never find their way back into the world you've built without them. They had their chance and they threw it away, blinded by their own arrogance. They thought the grass was greener, thought they were trading up, thought they had found someone better. They were so sure of themselves, flaunting their so-called upgrade, parading their new relationship like a prize, as if leaving you was some grand victory. They acted like it was effortless, like walking away from you was the best decision they'd ever made. But now they're trapped in the very mess they chose, stuck in a toxic whirlwind of chaos and drama. The person they thought was better has turned out to be nothing more than a taker, a selfish, draining presence who offers no support, no care, no understanding. They went from someone who gave them love, patience, and compassion to someone who only knows how to demand, criticize, and take. And as they sit in the mess they created, they're beginning to realize just how much they lost when they lost you. They told themselves the red flags were just quirks, that the chaos was passion, that the endless arguments were something they could fix. They convinced themselves they had made the right choice, trading love for convenience, loyalty for fleeting excitement. But now, in the quiet moments, the truth is impossible to ignore. They didn't walk into something better. They walked into a void, a hollow connection that leaves them feeling more alone than ever. And no matter how hard they try to deny it, they can't stop comparing. Every laugh feels forced, every touch feels empty, and every glance at this new person only reminds them of what they lost. They think of you, the way you loved them without conditions, the way you made them feel safe, the way you stood by them when no one else would. That feeling haunts them, lingering like a shadow they can't escape. And the person they chose, they feel it too. They see it in the hesitation, in the distant look in your ex's eyes, in the way they still scroll through your old texts, secretly searching for a connection they'll never find again. They're lost in a spiral of regret, replaying memories they can't admit still matter, knowing deep down they let the best thing they ever had slip away. They feel your presence in every empty moment, every strained silence, every forced smile. The new person senses it too, the ghost of you lingering in their shadow, a constant reminder that they'll never be enough. It eats away at them, this unspoken comparison, turning their insecurity into paranoia, their desperation into control. They cling tighter, trying to hold on to someone who's already halfway gone, someone who's haunted by the realization of what they lost. But the truth is, this is the life your ex chose. They made their bed, trading something real for something fleeting, and now they're trapped in a cycle of their own making. What they once saw as a blessing has soured into a curse, a daily reminder of their mistake. They thought you were replaceable, thought they could find another you, but now they know the truth. You were one of a kind. And while they may wish they could turn back time, rewrite their choices, and undo the damage, that door is closed. You've moved on, and they're left to live with the weight of their regret, carrying it with them every single day. Stop and listen. Yes, you. This isn't for everyone, and that's okay. But if it stirs something deep within you, if it resonates in the quiet corners of your soul, then you'll know this is meant for you. This is for the misfits, the dreamers, the ones who see the world through a lens others can't even comprehend. The ones who've been told to sit down, to stay small, to follow the script, but never could. They don't chase the ordinary, and they don't crave validation. They are the fire in the cold, the chaos that breaks through stagnation, the unyielding, the unstoppable, the untamed. While the world spins frantically in its endless loops, they carve their own way, unafraid to walk alone if that's what it takes. Not for recognition, not for permission, but because they were born to. This is for the ones who refuse to dim their light, who refuse to be anything but their truest, wildest selves. The path to enlightenment and greatness begins with the choice to take responsibility, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. The Lumination Inner Order is a sanctuary for those who feel the call, for those who know deep within that they are meant for more. It is a space for seekers of truth, for those ready to embrace their power and create change from the inside out. Every shift you make in your life, no matter how small, ripples outward into the world. Your influence is far greater than you realize, and the energy you carry has the power to inspire transformation in others. Just as the world reflects your inner state, your actions and mindset shape the reality around you. Imagine the impact if every chosen one, those who strive for greatness, self-awareness, and compassion, stepped into their power. Together, we could reshape the world, one life at a time. This is not just a message, it's a movement, a reminder that your journey matters, that your growth is a gift not only to yourself, but to everyone you touch. So embrace the responsibility of being a chosen one and let your light guide others. Join our warriors of the chosen ones to increase our numbers and help the world move from darkness into light, because each and every one of you matters. The world is waiting for you, and the change starts here with you. So subscribe, like, and share to spread the message and amplify the light. They thought they held all the power, thought they could pull the strings and keep you tangled in their web of manipulation. They wanted to control your mind, your heart, your sense of self. They wanted you questioning your worth, second-guessing your every move, stuck in a cycle of waiting, hoping, and breaking. Their game was calculated. One moment they'd shower you with love, making you feel like you were everything, and the next they'd turn cold, distant, as if you were nothing. They wanted you dependent on their approval, chasing their fleeting affection like it was the air you needed to breathe. But what they didn't expect was your strength. They didn't expect you to see through the lies, to piece together the pattern, to wake up. And the moment you did, their entire illusion came crashing down. The control they thought they had, gone. The power they thought they held, shattered. They expected you to stay trapped, but instead, you broke free. And now, they're the ones left powerless, watching as you rise without them. They thought you would stay broken, that the wounds they left would never heal. But you did. They believed they could walk in and out of your life on their terms, but now the door is locked, and they're the ones left outside, trapped in the very chaos they tried to drag you into. The games they played, the lies they told, the manipulation they wielded, it's all unraveling, and they're stuck in an endless loop of their own making. Every memory of you haunts them now, replaying in their mind like a song they can't escape, a constant reminder of what they threw away. They thought they could hurt you and walk away unscathed, but karma doesn't forget. The silent treatment, the gaslighting, the betrayal, it's all come full circle. The energy they poured into breaking you has boomeranged back, and now they're the ones stumbling through the wreckage. They wanted you lost, but now they're the ones wandering, searching for something they'll never find. They wanted you broken, but now they're the ones crumbling under the weight of their own actions. They wanted you to beg, but now they're the ones desperate for the attention, the love, the forgiveness they'll never have again. But it's far too late now. because while they were busy trying to break you, you rebuilt yourself stronger. While they tried to dim your light, you became a fire they can no longer extinguish, a force they can no longer touch. You rose above the chaos they created, and in doing so, you became everything they feared, someone they can no longer control, no longer manipulate, no longer reach. And that is their greatest regret, though they'll never admit it. Losing you wasn't just a mistake, it was the moment their world began to unravel. Now, every day they wake up to the weight of their choices, the emptiness of what they lost, the haunting realization that there's no going back. There's no fixing it, no second chances, no way to undo the damage they caused. They trapped themselves in the very pain they tried to inflict on you, and now they are left to live in that reality, watching from a distance as you thrive without them, forever out of reach. They thought their absence would destroy you, that you'd crumble under the weight of heartbreak and regret. They thought leaving you behind meant leaving you shattered, but instead you rose higher than they ever imagined. You turned the pain into power, the heartbreak into fuel, and now your glow is undeniable. Your energy radiates with a strength they can't ignore, a magnetism that draws everything they tried to deny you. The doors they slammed shut in your face, they only led you to ones far greater, ones they could never reach. Every attempt to hold you back has only propelled you forward, and now your success is blossoming in ways they could never have predicted. They wanted to see you broken, but instead, you've become unstoppable, thriving in a way that leaves them speechless. They see it now, the life you've built, the person you've become, and it burns them because your rise is everything they tried to prevent, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. Your confidence radiates like sunlight. Your happiness shines with a glow they can't ignore, and your abundance speaks louder than any words ever could. They watch from the shadows, scrolling through your life, pretending to be indifferent, but every glimpse eats away at them. Your success flows to you effortlessly, like a river finding its course, and your foundation is stronger than ever, steady, grounded, and unshakable. Opportunities seem to chase you now, doors opening without resistance as you step fully into your power. You're in your Ace of Pentacles era, embodying prosperity, alignment, and unstoppable growth. Everything you touch turns to gold, while they remain stuck in their scarcity, unable to comprehend how you've risen so far beyond their reach. They wanted to see you fail, but now they can only watch as you thrive in ways they never will. Everything you once wished for is now your reality, and the most beautiful part is that you built it all from the ground up. They tried to leave you doubting yourself, hoping you'd crumble under the weight of their absence, but instead, they unknowingly pushed you straight into your power. Every ounce of pain they caused became the fire that fueled your transformation. Every tear you cried nourished the seeds of your future. Every sleepless night, every moment of self-doubt, every time you questioned your worth, it all brought you here, to this moment where you stand unshakable, radiant, and completely in control of your destiny. Meanwhile, they remained stuck, trapped in the same toxic cycles you broke free from, unable to escape the patterns that define them. They thought they could walk away unscathed, that their games would leave them victorious, but now they're left on the sidelines, bitter, jealous, and consumed by obsession. They wanted you to fail, to come crawling back, to need them the way they secretly needed you. But the truth is undeniable. They crave your energy, your light, your presence, and it's something they'll never have again. They miss the warmth of your love, the comfort of your presence, but you've outgrown them in every way. You've risen higher, evolved into a version of yourself they'll never have the privilege of knowing. The person who once gave endless chances is gone. The one who excused their flaws, who prioritized their needs above your own, no longer exists. You've reclaimed your power, and now they're left with nothing but memories of what they lost. From a distance, they watch, haunted by the realization that they let the best thing in their life slip through their fingers. They'll carry that regret like a shadow, a constant reminder of what could have been, but never will be. And the truth they can't escape? You've moved on, and they'll never have access to your light again. The past is behind you, sealed and complete, and the version of you that accepted less than you deserved is gone forever. The future stretches out before you, limitless and full of promise, and this time, you're not walking into another lesson disguised as love. This time, you're stepping into something real, something pure and aligned. A soulmate is entering your life, someone who matches your energy, who is loyal, emotionally available, and fully prepared to give you the love you've always deserved. No more confusion, no more half-hearted efforts, no more waiting for someone to meet you halfway. This person knows exactly what they want, and what they want is you. This connection won't drain you. It will nourish you. It won't make you question your worth. It will amplify it. This isn't a love you have to fight for. It's a love that feels like home, where you can finally rest, safe and secure. There's no chasing, no guessing, no wondering where you stand. They'll show up for you consistently, wholeheartedly, in ways you've never experienced before. This is the love you've been waiting for, and this time, it's everything you deserve. The difference with this love is undeniable. It's steady, it's secure, and it's built on a foundation of mutual respect. This time, they won't fear your strength. They'll honor it. They won't be intimidated by your power. They'll celebrate it. This love won't confine you or make you feel small. It will set you free, allowing you to flourish in ways you never thought possible. As you step into this divine partnership, fully aligned with someone who truly matches your energy, those from your past will feel the shift. They'll sense that their hold on you has completely vanished, that the door they once left ajar is now locked forever. It will haunt them, knowing they underestimated your ability to move on, to rise above, and to find a love that makes their presence feel like a faint, irrelevant shadow of the past. They never believed you'd let go, but now they're left to face the truth. You've found something real, something they could never offer, and they'll have to live with that regret for the rest of their lives. Now they're left with the weight of the truth. You were never meant to settle, never meant to plead for love, and never meant to remain trapped in heartbreak. The love that was destined for you has always been far greater than anything you left behind, and now it's arrived. The past can watch you shine from a distance, but they'll never have a seat at your table again. Their chance came and went, squandered by their inability to value you. That chapter is closed. No lingering questions. No false apologies, no space for love that doesn't honor your worth. You've outgrown the distractions, the toxic cycles, the empty promises. Your energy is sacred, your peace is priceless, and your future is radiant. Everything they once overlooked, someone else will treasure. Every moment they took you for granted, someone else will celebrate you. This is your time to thrive, and nothing from the past can dim your light. Every time they doubted your worth, someone else will see it as undeniable. Every time they held back, someone else will show up with unwavering certainty. Now is your time to rise, to embrace the love, success, and abundance that have always been meant for you. It's already finding its way to you, aligning with the energy you've stepped into. All you need to do is keep moving forward, fearlessly, unapologetically, and with the full brilliance of your light. Never again will you shrink yourself to fit someone else's comfort. You are meant to shine, to thrive, and to attract everything that matches the greatness within you. This is your moment, and nothing can stop what is already yours.